Hello. That works. So thank you. I was actually waiting for the jingle, and so we were ready. So thank you for being here. As you can see, this is a very we invited only very few people. This is a very selected audience we have we have here. So thank you for being here. My name is Fabian Vorpahl. I'm from Windsy GmbH in Germany. This is a part of the VULCAIN engineering group. And we are going to present today our collaboration with Floatmoor or FMS. Maybe you want to say?
Hi everyone, I'm Guillaume Bonnaffoux and I'm representing Floatmoor, and we'll talk about how we intend to join forces to address the floating wind sector.
And maybe we mentioned that before, maybe I mentioned it here also. So if you have technical questions, I think we are two of the few technical people being here in this hall. So we are looking forward to your questions. I start with a general introduction on the company, as this is quite common. So I'm here for the VULCAIN engineering group. We do engineering work in many sectors. I don't go to the different sectors or the details on that here, because we are going to talk about floating offshore wind, and especially floating offshore wind loads and what we are offering here. But yes, we are an international company. We have sites in all these countries we have here, and I'm from northern Germany, so we are based in Kiel, northern Germany, and Guillaume, you're here, right? South of France. So that may be on the representation. And as I mentioned already, even if I'm speaking English, coming from Germany, we are a French company. So this is our representations in France. The main part of the VULCAIN engineering group is based in France, and we have let's say a set of what we internally call design offices, and Windsy, where I come from, is one of these design offices. So as we are going to talk about offshore floating wind and our offer in the context of offshore floating wind loads analysis or integrated loads analysis, I have one slide describing what the group is doing in offshore wind. So this is divided here on top. I think it's tough to read it. The screen is not very big, but we have the different topics on top here, and we have below companies doing, or let's say sub companies working on topics with a broader scope. So concerning offshore wind engineering, we cover the electrical part with different entities in the group. We have the wind turbine engineering, as I mentioned before. That's where I come from. That's Windsy in Germany. We have design offices for civil and structural engineering, and also quality is a topic of importance in the group. And here below we have different entities covering, let's say, overarching topics, like I just take an example and then I come to the real technical contents, like PDL, for example, being FEA experts and doing a lot of numerical analysis in basically all engineering fields. So next slide is about Windsy. So the Wind Energy Competence Center of the VULCAIN Engineering Group. We can split our topics into these 5 topics we see here. The first one, that's what we are talking today, is yield, loads and controls, and strength verification. So it's all numerical. We just saw a presentation before this one with a lot of hardware, so we don't have no hardware here. It's all simulation. So load simulation, we develop loads models of wind turbines. we develop controllers, we modify controllers, we parameterize controllers. We also do, during early stages of on and offshore wind energy projects, yield estimations and all the early stage project development. And let's say if we come from the yield assessment, we go over the loads down to the component design, so FEA and strength verification of components, of main components of wind turbines, including the support structures. Then we have other topics also. Maybe I skipped that one because today it's mainly about the loads topic. So this is our team, and I put here our strength is our people. I think I stole it from some HR advertisement. I don't know, but that's really what we are focused on. So we have a small team of very experienced engineers. We put the experience in the wind industry here because we think that's important. And we have a dedicated team for the loads and controls topics. That's myself and Gorby we see here, and Della we see here. So dedicated team on loads and controls of wind turbines with experience from wind turbine OEMs, different OEMs, so SGIE, GE, and Senvion. And this is embedded in a larger team of simulation people, and around we have the rest of the Windsy core team for wind. Yes, so that's what is important on the team. It's the dedicated team. It's years of experience in loads and controls from wind turbine OEMs, and yeah, with the team we do floater projects, pre-feed, feed studies, and we did that in the past, being part of wind turbine OEMs, and we did it later as consultants, mainly for the project developer side. So then I come to the this was the team. So now that's more the experience and the tool set. So as basically all the colleagues were working in wind turbine OEMs, in the load departments of wind turbine OEMs before, we have a load simulation tool chain which is at the level of detail of a wind turbine OEM. We see that there are some differences to what people are doing outside of OEMs. We have an in-house tool chain which is based on the aeroelastic code Flex 5, which is a heritage thing. Flex 5 is still used in different versions in wind turbine OEMs, but outside of that, so in the research community and so on, it's not so common to use Flex 5. And we developed the same then with OpenFast. So the aeroelastic tool developed by NREL, very common in the scientific community, and our selection basically for this kind of topics. We developed further developed our pre- and post-processing capabilities, Python-based. I think that's quite common, and for the controller topics, we use the Roscoe framework, which is also developed at NREL. And yeah, we develop interchangeable controller DLLs for Flex 5 and for OpenFast. And what is important, and also what makes the bridge, is that one of the selection criteria for OpenFast was also that it's very well compatible with OrcaFlex. So we wrote some white papers on what we are doing. So skills and tool set for floating, and also generic offshore wind turbine models. The generic offshore wind turbine models are often used in early stages of projects, so pre-feed and feed. And it was really interesting to do that work and to see how open source models existing models differ from what we actually see in real-world machines. It's all available on LinkedIn at least. Thank you.
Thank you, Fabian. So now you need to be with me for a few minutes. As a partner of this new alliance that we are proposing, Floatmoor Services, we are a new company. We have 6 months of existence. We are founded by two floater and mooring experts. So we have developed floating technologies before. For example, the Provence Grand Large floater. We developed this technology in our previous company. And we have worked along our career on all floating types of systems, so TLP, spars, buoy, semi-submersible, ship-shape, FPSOs, that kind of floaters. We are consultants, so we propose engineering work or consultancy. Our method and tools, we do a lot of numerical analysis, hence the good fit with Windsy. And we go to the design, engineering, manufacturing drawings, specifications for all the mooring systems components at large. So who we are, our faces, so you have 100% of the company in front of you, 2 people with pretty much similar background. So we are a fluid mechanics engineer with more than 20 years experience in the domain of offshore engineering and really focused around mooring systems. And we also have a large background in technology development, because that's an activity we had in our previous company for many years, developing floaters, moorings, chain connectors, that kind of products. So for the mooring part, what we can offer to our clients is really at the beginning of projects, prepare the specify method conditions, write design basis, review class requirements and the specification of a mooring. Then we have a part where we can do design analysis. So Fabian has a lot of nice tools. We have only one. We work 100% with Orcaflex. And then with that, we can propose sizing of mooring systems, optimization, anchor selections, extreme fatigue analysis, compliance with class requirements, most obviously, and preparation of reports. We can also assist in the model test phases, so we can specify, we can attend and calibrate numerical model test results versus numerical tools. Here at the bottom you have, for example, a phase where we are doing temporary mooring in a harbor for a floater at the stage of wind turbine integration. And we can look at all these various phases, so not only in place, but during the towing phase, for example, in the harbor, or during the towing of a floater between two locations. Beyond mooring, we can also assist developers on the development of their projects. So as previous developer of this floating technology, we can evaluate, participate with our partner to evaluate the wind resource, review soil and metocean conditions, review turbine characteristics, assist on the floater selection. So a lot of bullet points where we can help. And of course, review mooring systems, address specific mooring components, because there are a lot of special components that are being developed for moorings of floating wind turbines. And also we can assist our clients in the project execution phases, which are a bit specific, a bit less technical, but this is somewhere that we can also propose services. And last topic is about technology development. So we can help our clients to review and qualify new technologies, because there are a lot of new technologies on this field. So it goes with all the usual tasks like technology evaluation, FMECA, etc., etc., etc. What's the time? Okay. So here's our joint offer. So what we propose to our client is really to cooperate together because we know each other and we know how to work together to join forces and support our clients on projects. So our differentiator with other companies in this field is that we are proposing real industry feedback from a floater designer that developed technology which has been deployed at sea, and wind turbine expert with many years of experience and with also experience from major OEMs. So we are really here proposing to bring industry expertise to our clients as consultants. And we have a lot of cumulative experience, so 144 plus years for Windsy and 40 for Floatmoor in our fields. And it's a perfect match where we can combine our expertise and also the same working methodologies to propose consolidated results to our clients. And we offer all services that we can offer to you as a consultancy on the WTG and all the parts, especially controller, blades, nacelle that are listed here, and also floater and mooring systems.
And that's then the summary. So we split it up, what we offer into different customer groups, let's say. So we work for project developers, for certification bodies, and also for investors. For project developers, I already mentioned the early stages of a project, pre-FEED, FEED phases. So in every phase of a floating offshore project, you basically need loads, and you need the loads at different levels of detail. And in some phases, you lack information, especially from wind turbine OEMs, and that's where we come in and where we can support. So integrated loads analysis, and what is special that we combine the experience with the wind turbine. So detailed know-how on the wind turbine collected in wind turbine OEMs during the development of actual machines, with the expertise in floater and mooring line design of Guillaume. You mentioned it, technology that was actually deployed at sea. And this is maybe a bit special because we see a lot of technology which is in earlier stages of development, let's say. So yeah, for project developers, for certification bodies, we also do work for certification bodies. That's then basically reviews of what I just described. So reviews or recalculation of portions of the integrated loads analysis, which are part of a project certification. And yes, for investors, I mean, that's somehow clear, I guess. If you are investing in a project, if you have an M&A process, if a project changes owner, basically you are really interested in knowing what is the technical details, what is the actual status of the project, and so on. And you get a lot of reports, and in different points it makes sense to have a third party reviewing, to have let's say, a cold eye report from a third party on what you have in terms of information on your project. So that's what we offer. Thank you.
And please, any question, welcome. Nicolas, you promised to ask one. No question? Well, it was pretty clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. you.